So, dear students, in the last class we have studied what is enthalpy of reaction. So, it is the enthalpy change produced when reaction takes place between molar quantities of substances appearing in a balanced chemical equation of a reaction is called enthalpy of reaction. So, what is standard enthalpy of reaction? It is the enthalpy of reaction when the reactants and products are in their standard state. What is the meaning of standard state of a substance? Pure form of the substance at 1 bar pressure and any specified temperature is called standard state of a substance. And then coming to the factors which influence or the factors which affect enthalpy of reaction, the amount of heat liberated or absorbed during the reaction is called enthalpy of reaction. So, the amount of heat liberated or absorbed or enthalpy of reaction depends upon the following 4 factors. Number 1, the physical states of reactants and products. Number 2, the quantity of reactants reacted. Number 3, the allotropic forms of the reactants. And number 4, the conditions of pressure and volume. So, these are the 4 factors which affect enthalpy of reaction. Coming to enthalpies of different types of reactions. Depending upon the nature of reactions or the types of reactions, enthalpy of reactions are of many types. Namely, enthalpy of formation, enthalpy of combustion, enthalpy of phase transition, enthalpy of atomization, enthalpy of neutralization, etc. So, depending upon the types of the reaction, there are different types of enthalpies of reaction. So, in the last class, first we have studied enthalpy of formation or standard enthalpy of formation delta H F naught. It is called enthalpy of standard enthalpy of formation. What is the definition? It is the enthalpy change produced. It is common for all the definitions. It is defined as it is the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of compound formed from its elements in their standard state. So, the amount of heat absorbed or liberated when 1 mole of compound, it should be formed from its elements. For example, C plus O2 gives CO2, delta H equals minus 393.5 kilojoules. What is the meaning of this one? When 1 mole of gaseous carbon dioxide is formed from its elements carbon and oxygen, 393.5 kilojoules of heat is liberated. Similarly, N2G plus O2G gives 2NOG, delta H is equal to plus 180 kilojoules. What is the meaning of this one? When 2 moles of nitric oxide is formed from its elements nitrogen and oxygen, 180 kilojoules of heat is liberated. What is the amount of heat absorbed? What is the amount of heat absorbed when 1 mole of nitric oxide is formed? It is 180 divided by 2. When 2 moles of nitric oxide is formed, 180 kilojoules of heat is liberated. Therefore, when 1 mole of nitric oxide is formed, 180 divided by 2, that is equals 90 kilojoules of heat is absorbed. So, 90 kilojoules is the enthalpy of formation of nitric oxide. So, today we will study some of the important notes regarding enthalpy of formation. So, it will be beneficial for your competitive examinations. What is the first note? So, under enthalpy of standard enthalpy of formation, note number 1. The standard enthalpy of formation values, the standard enthalpy of formation, that is delta HF naught values are used to calculate the enthalpy of reaction. So that is delta HR. Using the formula, so delta HR, what is this one? It is enthalpy of reaction is equal to, so this is sigma, means sum of anta heli ಓದ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು, sigma delta HF naught of products minus sigma delta HF naught of reactants. So if enthalpy of formation of products and enthalpy of formation of reactants are known, we can calculate the enthalpy of reaction. So enthalpy of reaction equals sum of the enthalpies of formation of products minus sum of the enthalpies of formation of reactants. For example, calculate the enthalpy of the reaction. Calculate the enthalpy of the reaction. CaCO3 yes gives CaOS plus CO2G. So this is the reaction. We have to calculate the enthalpy of the reaction. Given delta HF naught of CaCO3 equals, so I will give you the enthalpy of formation values of CaCO3. CaCO3 equals minus 1209 kilojoules. Similarly, delta HF naught of CaO equals minus 635 kilojoules. And similarly, delta HF naught of CO2 equals minus 393.5 kilojoules. So using, this is the reaction, CaCO3 yes gives CaOS plus CO2G. So calcium carbonate dissociates to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So we have to calculate the enthalpy of this reaction, that is delta HR equals how much we have to calculate. So what is given? Enthalpy of formation of calcium carbonate is given here. These are the reactants and these are the products. So enthalpy of formation of calcium carbonate is given, enthalpy of formation of calcium oxide is given, enthalpy of formation of carbon dioxide is given. So what formula we have to use? We have to use this one, delta HR equals sum of the enthalpy of formation of products minus sum of the enthalpies of formation of reactants. So that formula we have to use. So enthalpy of reaction, delta HR equals sigma sum of the enthalpy of formation of products minus sum of the enthalpies of formation of reactants. So if there are coefficients, it should be multiplied by the heat term. So here there are only one coefficient is there in all these things. So if there are 2, 3, 4 like that, it should be multiplied. So what is delta HR is equal to sum of the enthalpies of formation of products. So here the products are. So here how many calcium oxide molecules are there? It is 1 into what is the enthalpy of formation of CaCO3? Delta HF naught of CaO plus 1 into delta HF naught of CO2 minus, these are the products, minus 1 into delta HF naught of CaCO3. So this is the formula like this: sum of the enthalpies of formation of products minus sum of the enthalpies of formation of reactants. Here the products are calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, reactants is CaCO3. So 1 into delta HF naught CaO equals minus 635 plus 1 into minus of CO2 minus 393.5 minus of 1 into minus 1209 kilojoules. So this is equals minus 635 minus 393.5 minus of minus, this is plus 1209 kilojoules. So what is the value of this one? 635. So this is 5.8 to 1029 plus 1209 kilojoules. So that is equal to how much? So this is equals 1209 minus 1028.5. So 5 point. So this one is plus 1087.5 kilojoules. So delta HR enthalpy of this reaction equals plus 1087. 1087 kilojoules. ಸಾರಿ 5 ಎಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೆ 0. So this is 180.5 kilojoules. 180.1 kilojoules. So this is how you can calculate enthalpy of reaction using enthalpy of formation values. Enthalpy of formation values. So if in some cases elements will be there in the reaction, in such cases what we have to do? So this is note number 1. Note number 2. Delta HF naught of elements in the standard state. Delta HF naught of elements in the standard state is 0, 0. Say for example, delta HF naught of O2 equals 0, delta HF naught of C equals 0, because all these are elements. If elements are come, say for example, C plus O2 gives CO2, delta H equals minus 393.5. 393.5. What is enthalpy of this reaction? So enthalpy of reaction delta HR is equal to enthalpy of formation of CO2 minus enthalpy of formation of C plus enthalpy of formation of O2. So this is equals delta HF naught of CO2 minus 0 minus 0. So that is 0. So delta HR, enthalpy of this reaction, delta HF naught of CO2 equals delta HR, that is equals minus 393.5. Minus 393.5. So HR, this is delta HR. So delta HR equals minus 393.5. So therefore delta HF naught of CO2 is equal to minus 393.5. So if elements are there in the reaction, their enthalpy of formation should be assumed to be 0. This is point number 2. Point number 3, similarly, delta HF naught of hydrogen ions is also 0. Also 0. 4 point, delta HF naught of compounds. What is the meaning of this one? Standard enthalpy of formation of compounds is nothing but standard enthalpy of formation of compounds is the enthalpy of the compounds. So enthalpy of the compounds and enthalpy of formation of compounds are one and the same. And fifth one, stability of compounds. Stability of compounds is inversely proportional to delta HF naught. Stability of compound is inversely proportional to delta HF naught. That means if delta HF naught is high, stability of the compound is less. Or if delta HF naught is low, stability is high. Example, if delta HF naught of A equals 105.2 kilojoules, B equals 50 kilojoules, and C equals minus 100 kilojoules. So stability of C is greater than B, which is greater than A, This is because if the enthalpy of formation value is high, its stability is low. If the enthalpy of formation of the compound is low, its stability is high. So 105.2 is greater than 50, which is greater than minus 100 kilojoules. Therefore, stability is inversely proportional to enthalpy of formation. The meaning is like that. So, in your examinations, definitions of enthalpy of formation is given. Using enthalpy of formation values of compounds, we can calculate the enthalpy of reaction using the formula delta HR is equal to sum of the enthalpies of formation of products minus sum of the enthalpies of formation of reactants. So, stability of compound is inversely proportional to their enthalpy of formation. So, next, second definition is state the standard enthalpy of combustion. This is also very important. Statement of enthalpy of formation, statement of the standard enthalpy of combustion. State the standard enthalpy of combustion, that is delta H naught of C combustion, and explain with example. So, we have studied the definition of enthalpy of formation. It is the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements in their standard state. Here, look at these examples. C plus Cs plus O2G gives CO2G. So, what is delta H here? Delta H equals minus 393.5 kilojoules. So, here 1 mole of carbon dioxide is formed. So, enthalpy of formation of carbon dioxide is also equal to minus 393.5 kilojoules. It is also equal to enthalpy of this reaction. And also here, how much of carbon undergoes combustion? 1 mole of carbon undergo combustion. Combustion means ದಹಿಸುವುದು. 1 mole of compound ಅಥವಾ ಎನಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆದಾಗ, ಇಗ್ನೈಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟು ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಷನ್? it is defined as the enthalpy change produced. This is the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of a substance, whether it is an element or a compound, when 1 mole of a substance burned in excess of air or oxygen when the reactants and products are in their standard state. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 mole of carbon ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಉರಿದೋಗಿದೆ. 1 mole of carbon ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಉರಿದೋದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? 393.5 ಕಿಲೋ ಜೌಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಚ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೀಟು ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಹೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಹೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ಉರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಹೀಟು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ವೆನ್ 1 mole ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen, 393.5 kilojoules of heat is liberated. Therefore, enthalpy of combustion of carbon is also equal to minus 393.5. So, minus 393.5 kilojoules ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is equal to delta HR, enthalpy of reaction. It is also equal to delta HF naught, enthalpy of formation of CO2. It is also equal to delta HF naught, enthalpy of combustion of carbon. Enthalpy of reaction is also equal to minus 393.5. Enthalpy of formation of carbon dioxide is also equal to minus 93.5 kilojoules. Enthalpy of combustion of carbon is also equal to minus 393.5 kilojoules. So this enthalpy of reaction is also equal to enthalpy of formation of carbon dioxide. It is also equal to enthalpy of combustion of carbon. I will give you another example. So which gas is used in our LPG cylinders? So maximum amount of butane is present in our LPG cylinders. So when butane is compressed, it is converted into liquid. So in the cylinders, domestic cylinders, we will have liquid or liquefied petroleum gas, that is the meaning of LPG. So butane can only converted into liquid by applying pressure. So we cannot convert methane, ethane and propane by applying pressure, but butane can be converted into liquid by compression or application of pressure. Therefore it is called liquefied gas. What is the formula of butane? C4H10. C4H10. So this one is butane. When burnt in oxygen, so what are the compounds formed during the combustion of any organic compounds? The products formed are carbon dioxide plus water. Carbon dioxide is in the gaseous state. Water is in the liquid state. Here oxygen is also in the liquid state. Butane is also in the gaseous state. So we have to balance this equation. So how many carbons is there? 4. So here is 1. So that should be 4 CO2. And then how many hydrogen is there? H10. Here it is 2. It should be multiplied by 5 to make it 10. 5H2. So now count the number of oxygen atoms in the right side. So 4 into 2, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. So here O2 molecule is there. So it is 13 by 2O2. 13 by 2 O2 means 6.5 oxygen molecules or 13 oxygen atoms. Here 13 oxygen atoms, here also 13 oxygen atoms. The equation is balanced. So since oxygen is written in the form of molecules, so to write in the terms of molecules, it is 13.2 or 6.5 O2 molecules. Now the equation is balanced. Then delta H naught of combustion equals minus 2658 kilojoules, 2658 kilojoules. So what is the meaning of this one? When 1 mole of butane is completely burned in excess of oxygen, 2652 kilojoules of heat is liberated. So compare the amount of heat liberated when 1 mole of carbon is liberated. ನಾವು ಸೌದೆನ ಹಾಕಿ ಉರಿಸಿದಾಗ 1 mole of carbon ಉರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ 393.5 kilojoules of heat liberate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ 1 mole of butane ಗ್ಯಾಸನ್ನು ಉರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 2558 kilojoules of heat liberate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, which is the efficient fuel when compared to carbon? Butane is the efficient fuel. Therefore, we will use butane as the fuel gas, as a fuel. Similarly, I will give you another example. So, in the body, glucose undergo combustion. What is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6 solid plus oxygen O2G gives, what is the compounds formed? Carbon dioxide plus water, H2O liquid. So delta H equals minus 2840 kilojoules. So 6 carbon, we have to write 6 CO2, 12 hydrogen, here 2 we have to write 6 H2O. So how many oxygen? 6 into 2, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. 18 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಹೊರಟೋದ್ರೆ 12 ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. Therefore it should be 6 into 2. So this is the balanced chemical equation. What is this compound? Glucose. So how much glucose is here? 1 mole of glucose is here. When 1 mole of glucose undergo complete combustion, 2840 kilojoules of heat is liberated. So this is, what is this heat is called enthalpy of combustion of glucose. This heat is called enthalpy of combustion of carbon. Then what is the definition of enthalpy of a substance? Enthalpy of combustion. It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of a substance is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen when the reactants and products are in their standard state. So that is the definition. So write down the definition. So you have to write, it is defined as the it is defined as the enthalpy change produced when it is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of a substance is completely is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen, is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen when the reactants and products are in their standard state. So this is called enthalpy of combustion. Standard enthalpy of combustion. It is defined as the enthalpy change produced. ಇದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. When 1 mole of a substance is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen when the reactants and products are in their standard state. So example, CS plus O2G gives CO2G. CS plus O2G gives CO2G. Delta H equals minus 393.5 kilojoules. Minus 393.5 kilojoules. So how to read this one? I will tell you one. When 1 mole of solid carbon, when 1 mole of solid carbon is burned in excess of oxygen, when 1 mole of solid carbon is burnt in excess of oxygen, 393.5 kJ of heat is liberated. Therefore, delta Hc naught of carbon equals enthalpy of standard, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ಹಾಕಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ H naught C of carbon equals minus 393.5 kilojoules. So what is the second example? Example 2. C4H10 G plus 13/2 O2G gives 4CO2G plus 5H2OL. delta H naught of C of C4H10 equals, so delta H equals minus 2658 kilojoules. Therefore, so this one is butane. Therefore, delta Hc naught of C4H10 equals minus 2658 kilojoules. So similarly, write this one: glucose C6H12O6 solid plus 6O2G gives 6CO2G plus 6H2OL. Delta Hc naught equals, so here you can write delta H equals minus 2840 kJ. Therefore, delta H naught C of C6H12O6 equals minus 2840 kilojoules. So this is the enthalpy of this reaction. It is also equal to the enthalpy of combustion of glucose, because here 1 mole of glucose is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen. Therefore, the enthalpy of this reaction is also equal to enthalpy of combustion of glucose. So, what things you have observed in all these reactions? In all these combustion reactions, delta H is negative. What is the meaning of this one? Enthalpy of combustion is always negative because in all combustion reactions heat is liberated. Number 2, what is the other applications of enthalpies of combustions? So using the enthalpy of combustion values, we can determine their calorific values. If the amount of heat liberated is high, calorific value of that substance is also high. So what is calorific value? The amount of heat liberated when 1 gram of that substance is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen is called calorific values. So now make a note number 1. So note number 1, enthalpy of combustion, delta Hc naught is always negative, because it is an exothermic reaction. Which is exothermic reaction? Combustion is always an exothermic reaction. Therefore, heat is liberated and delta H is always negative. That is, delta Hc naught is equal to negative. Number 2, delta H naught C values, enthalpy, standard enthalpy of combustion values are used to calculate the calorific values of substances. So I will tell you calorific values later on. So then so this is about standard enthalpy of combustion. We have studied enthalpy of formation, standard enthalpy of combustion, and in the next class we will study standard enthalpy of phase transition. So third one, phase, write down enthalpies of phase transition. What is the meaning of phase transition? So for example, solid phase is converted into liquid phase, and liquid phase is converted into gaseous phase. So conversion of solid into liquid is called fusion. It is also called as melting anta kariತೀವಿ. Solid ಇಂದ liquid convert ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಿಂದ ಗ್ಯಾಸಿಯಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್. Solid to liquid fusion, liquid to gas vaporization, solid to gas direct agi is called sublimation. So conversion of solid state to liquid state is called fusion. Liquid state to gaseous state is called vaporization. Conversion of direct solid state to gaseous state is known as sublimation. So these are all called phase transition. So transfer of one phase to another phase is called phase transition. So coming to different types, depending upon the different types of phase transition, there are three types of enthalpies of phase transition. Number one, enthalpy of fusion. Enthalpy of fusion, that is delta H naught of F. B, enthalpy of vaporization. It is called delta H naught of V. C, enthalpy of sublimation. That is delta H naught of S. Enthalpy of fusion. So transferring of, so change of solid phase to liquid phase is called fusion. Change of liquid phase to gaseous phase is called vaporization. Change of solid phase to gaseous phase directly is called sublimation. The amount of heat liberated or absorbed during these phase transitions are called enthalpy of fusion, enthalpy of vaporization, enthalpy of sublimation. So we will define first what is enthalpy of fusion. Define enthalpy of fusion. That is delta HF naught. So this is FU anta bariri. Formation ni confuse agodbaardu. FU fusion. So what is enthalpy of fusion? It is defined as the enthalpy change produced. It is a common sentence for all the definition. It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solid substance, when 1 mole of solid substance is changed into when 1 mole of solid substance is changed into its liquid phase. When 1 mole of solid substance, when 1 mole of solid substance when 1 mole of solid substance is changed into its liquid phase or state, you can write down liquid state. It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solid substance is changed into its liquid state at its melting point. At its melting point is called enthalpy of fusion. It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of a solid substance is changed into its liquid state at its melting point. Example, ice. So this is solid water. Solid water is converted into liquid water. Liquid water, delta H equals plus 6.01 kilojoules. So when 1 mole of ice is converted into liquid water, 6.01 kilojoules of heat is absorbed. So to convert ice into liquid water, we have to supply heat. Therefore, delta H fusion, standard enthalpy of fusion of ice, equals plus delta H naught of fusion of ice is plus 0.61 kilojoules. So this is enthalpy of fusion. Similarly, what is enthalpy of vaporization? When 1 mole of a it is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of liquid substance is converted into its gaseous state at its boiling point. At its boiling point is called enthalpy of vaporization. So what is enthalpy of vaporization? It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of a liquid substance is converted into its vapor state. At its boiling point is called enthalpy of vaporization. So similarly, what is enthalpy of sublimation? It is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solid substance is directly converted into its vapor state at any temperature below its melting point. At any temperature below its melting point is called enthalpy of sublimation. So enthalpy of fusion, it is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solid substance is converted into its liquid state at its melting point is called enthalpy of fusion. Vaporization, enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of liquid substance is converted into its vapor state at its boiling point. Here, enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solid substance is directly converted into its vapor state at any temperature below its melting point is called enthalpy of sublimation. So I will continue in the next class. So this is enough for today.